Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing the coffee book tag with an empty coffee mug because I've drank only water for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, I feel the same way, I know. This tag was created by Ben over Bangity Bangs, and I've really wanted to do this tag for a while because I really love coffee, and it's kind of been killing me for the past 2 weeks to not have my amazing cup of coffee in the morning, but I am surviving and I'll be okay. But I just really want to do this tag. I wasn't tagged by anybody. It seemed fun. The first category is Black. Name a series that is tough to get into but has some really hardcore fans. And I'm actually going to go with two different series here, and it's going to be for the same reason. I'm going to go with The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan and Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, or Song of Ice and Fire. And the reason is it is tough to start and pick up these books, hard to get into because they are so long, and these books are massive, and the series are really long. It takes a lot of time to get to. It's a very, very large time commitment to get through this series, especially Wheel of Time. 14 books with a prequel, each of them monstrous books with so many characters, so much happening. It is fairly intimidating to get into. There are fans of both of these series that know every single event that happens, every little piece of information from them, know all the theories. There are some very hardcore fans of both of these series. I am not that hardcore. I really enjoy reading this series. These are two of my favorites, but I am not that hardcore. The next category, Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or a festive part of the year. And for those of you who have watched my channel or know anything about me at all, you know that I read The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien every single winter during the winter holiday without fail. I've done it ever since I was in junior high school. So that's kind of an easy answer for me. I'm going to go with the other cop-out answer as well and say Harry Potter, because the winter scenes in this story and this series really stuck out to me. They actually stuck with me more than some of the other points in the series. So I'm going to go with Harry Potter and The Hobbit for this answer, which shouldn't be a surprise to most of you. Category 3, Hot Chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? And for this one, I actually have the exact same favorite childhood book as my sister, and that is going to be Goodnight Moon. We read this pretty much every single night when we were kids growing up, so it holds a special place to me. I could probably recite the entire thing to you right now. So Goodnight Moon gets my favorite childhood book. Category 4, Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. And for this one, I'm going to go with Vicious by V.E. Schwab. It's the book I'm actually currently reading right now. I haven't actually finished it. You can't tell what that is. So Vicious by V.E. Schwab. And like I said, I still haven't finished this book yet. I'm still about 50 pages away from the end, but it is really good. It's a lot better than I expected it was going to be. I can't tell what's going to happen. I can't tell where the story was going to go, and that is really weird for me. I can't tell who the bad guy of the story is. I can't tell who the good guy is. It is fantastic so far. Right after I finish with this video, I'm probably going to go in and just dive into the last 50 pages of this book and really enjoy it. And I'm definitely probably going to be doing some sort of book talk on this one, but this has kept me on the edge of my seat. It's mostly because it's a fast-paced read for me. It's broken down into small little bitty chunks, little bitty pieces, so the sections are very, very short. It feels like you just fly through the story. You get a lot of story in a short amount of time, and it's fantastic. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. The next category is Starbucks. Name a book that you see everywhere. And this one actually changes all the time. I see different books that pop up everywhere, usually just the new releases. And for this one, at this time, it's going to be Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I have not read this yet. I don't plan to for a while. I'm actually rereading the series right now, and I'm trying to get to this when I get to the end, and I have very low expectations from all the things I've heard about it. But I have seen this thing pop up everywhere on BookTube, on Twitter, all over the place, with a bunch of people with very mixed feelings. So I'm really not looking forward to getting to it just yet, or I'm looking forward to it. I really want to see what happens, but I'm not as hyped about it as I was. So Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, book I see everywhere. For this next question, it is That Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. I cannot do this question because I have never read a book by an indie author. I don't think I have anyway, but I am not qualified to answer this question. I probably need to look into more books by indie authors and see what they actually see if I like them or not. The next question is, oops, I accidentally got decaf, and there is no way you accidentally got decaf. Usually if you get decaf that way, it is because you are some sort of ass to the cashier or the barista, whatever you're trying to get coffee from. It's your fault you got decaf. Name a book you were expecting more from. And for this one, I'm actually going to go with Serafina. I actually bought this originally for the cover because it has a dragon on it and it is shiny. And shiny things just spike my interest. It just kind of draws me right in. I really wanted a really good dragon story, but most of the dragons you see in this book are bland. They kind of run together. They're interchangeable. I really wanted more out of the dragons of the story. The story itself is actually not bad. I actually kind of liked it. And I'll go on to the second one here in the future at some point, but I was really hoping for great things from this book, and I just didn't. I didn't get it. And the last question is the perfect blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet, but ultimately satisfying. And for this, I'm going to go with the Stormlight Archives by Brandon Sanderson, because this is pretty much my favorite series right now, even though there's only 2 books out. The next one is due next year, I believe, 2017. He's still writing the rough draft right now. But I love this story. It's bitter because I read the first 2 books and they were over way too fast. It's sweet because they are so good. It has got action. The world is amazing. I love the characters in this. You could just get immersed into this world. And I loved every single page of this book. Of both of these books so far, this series. So that was the coffee book tag, and I didn't really do much research before I started this, so I don't know who has done this tag and who hasn't. So if you're watching this, you haven't done it, you want to do it, do the tag. It was actually pretty fun, even though it reminded me of the coffee that I'm not drinking right now, but that's okay. As always, you guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.